Welcome to the Quantum Collective.
Yo, I'm doing this right up front because I know people don't read the description and I want this to be obvious. This video is the culmination of a year-ish, a year and a half of work. Some of it was not documented very well, and some of the footage just went poof. So if you want a recipe as well as I can give it, it's going to be in the description.
The first thing I'm going to do is rehydrate some yeast, and I'm going to do that mainly because this thing came with some instructions and it told me to do so. And since this stuff has some potassium metabisulfite in it, I'm vaguely worried about that. So we'll see what happens. I forgot a spoon, but that's fine. I think the first thing we should do... Hello, Mel. Is pour this into my fermentation vessel. I don't know what I expected, but that's not how I expected it to smell. Let's pour this in. This is 5.2 gallons of Traminette grape juice and high fructose corn syrup. That's kind of a weird choice, I know. Nobody talks about this stuff. But it's apparently my state's signature wine grape. I've never heard of it before. I thought I'd try something with it. Okay, hey, there's my signature mess. There we go, that's much better. I might be able to do all of this. No, we'll call that good. You're not going to be able to see this because my camera's so far away. I did some calculations beforehand, and my Brix to gravity calculations said this would be 1.08 something. My calculation is this amount of grape juice and 7 pounds of honey, which should result in about 16%, assuming it ferments out. That might be slightly above the stated tolerance of this yeast, but it'll be fine. This stuff, Christmas berry honey, has been crystallized for months, and I just now thought about putting it on my germination mat for 2 days, and now it's perfect. So if you're a brewer who doesn't like dealing with caramelized honey, a germination mat is chef's kiss. Should have dipped this out beforehand, but I didn't because I don't plan things out. We're going to do 8 pounds of honey. It'll be fine. That's my trademark catchphrase. And everything's been sanitized ahead of time, so this should be okay. It's going to be a very full bucket, but that's fine. And making a mess as always. You are telling me it's at about 1.103, which that's not actually much better. So it's going to be my bad on that. Either perhaps I don't know. You know what? It's fine. The numbers are going to be weird. I'm not too worried about it. It'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of 16%, assuming it goes dry, and I'll do that calculation sometime later. Here is my Cote de Blanc yeast. It's all fuzzy. It's rehydrated. Not fuzzy. That would be bad. It's foamy. It's going in. Ta-da! I have mead. Uh-oh. There went my mic in a loud and obnoxious manner. So I am all out of traditional bucket airlocks and grommets, which is fine because I found out that my bungs fit these pour spouts perfectly. It's going in here. Very snug fit. We go. I have over 5 gallons of Pyment. Let's dose it with stabilizers. Let's do that much. Let's call it 3/8 of a teaspoon. As for sorbate, half a teaspoon per gallon. Less clear than I expected, but that's fine. Oh, yeah. You're at 1 exactly. Here is a Traminette Wine with the remaining gallon-ish of juice. I am most excited about this because I've never had a Traminette Wine until today, and the kind my wife brought home was awful. So let's compare my stuff that is straight out of the jug to whatever company my wife got our wine from. Perfection! Doesn't that just look so much better? Holy shit, this is dry, 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 dry. So fucking dry. It's at like 0.990.
So, Traminette Pyment and Traminette Wine. They were oaked. I apparently did not record when, for how long, or how much oak I used. So, throw some oak chips in them. I used medium toast Hungarian. And monitor it. When it's a bit too much oak, take them out. Let it sit in bottles for a long time. And you'll almost get something that places at Orpheus. Luncha. Traminette time. I got some mead. I got some wine. I'm gonna try them. I took this to my homebrew club and they were very impressed. It's a bunch of engineering nerds and they always say the bad stuff before the good stuff. Apparently, chase away new group members occasionally. And they didn't really have much to say other than, it's a little hot. What's the ABV? I say almost 17, and they say maybe it's not hot. So it must be a good representation. I thought it might have been over oaked, but none of them said that. They said it was essentially perfect in that regard and compared it to a higher end something or other. I have forgotten what type of wine they were talking about, but I'm going to try it and see what I think. Right on the nose, I smell. I need to look up something. Let's take a look. So I'm getting spicy on the nose. I just want to look something up and make sure I'm not being dumb. Here we go. Traminette has spicy and floral aromas alongside flavors of lychee, apricot, and honey. I am definitely getting spicy. Also, a lot of the oak. But I'm getting fruit. It's kind of indistinguishable fruit. Also, a bit of indistinguishable fruit there. But I think the honey that you're supposed to get from the grape juice itself really helps words. I can't word tonight. The honey that you're supposed to get from the juice really helps us accentuate the honey that I used to make this a pyment. I believe I used Wilelaiki honey, which I thought would help us accentuate the spicy notes that you're supposed to get from the juice. So it's just like things accentuating each other all over the place. I'm sad I don't have any more of that honey because I want to do this again. I get just a bit of a combo um, oak and acid. I didn't do any acid amendments to this, so what I'm tasting is from the juice and the honey, I guess. And I don't think I would change it. It is exceedingly easy to drink for something that is just shy of 17%. And I just took this to my homebrew club a couple of weeks ago. And even since then, the hotness that they noticed has diminished. I should also say that I did not back sweeten this at all. So what you saw in the video is what I've got here. Perfectly clear, wonderful white Traminette Pyment. Those are words. Blah. Oh, let's get this over with before the alcohol hits, shall we? Traminette Wine. Before I pour it, last time I think I noticed that the color on this is better. I don't know if the diluting the grape juice with honey changed the color all that much, or if the addition of Sparkolloid to the Pyment stripped out some color. Is I don't recall using Sparkolloid in this. This might have just cleared naturally. And there we go. I would say that the Pyment was a bit more. I don't know if these words are going to make sense. A bit more straw color, less yellow. And this is more like a honey yellow. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Immediately, it smells different. It smells sweet. I get no spice. A bit of floral aroma, which makes me think that the spicy note I was getting is all from the honey, if I'm not getting any from the wine. I oaked it for exactly as long as the Pyment. And maybe my palate is adjusting to the oak level of the Pyment, but I'm not getting any oak in this. It's also a bit more sour than the Pyment was. So I think the addition of the honey was a really good thing. I don't make wine, but this is not a bad first wine, and I would not be opposed to making more. There we go. 2 Traminette brews. Bottled, partially drunk.